What is going on, everybody? It is Melty Gore, and I wanted to do a video on some trainer tips to kind of get your Pokemon Go working a little bit better with all the issues it's been having. Now, it's been about a week that I've had this game. I did a video last Sunday, but I had recorded it a day or two before that. So it's been about a week for me personally, and I found ways to avoid some of these problems and some tricks to help you find the Pokemon, catch them easier, and all that good stuff. So here we go. And this works every time for me. And again, these tips aren't going to be 100%, so don't bitch in the comments for them not working. So the first one is probably the biggest issue of the game, and that's the server screen that a lot of people get. It says our servers are experiencing issues. Please come back later. Now this screen pops up often, and once it pops up, it stays there quite some time before you can log in, which can be an issue if you were out in public and a Gyarados or a Dragonite shows up or something, and you try and get it, and it closes you out, and you go back in, and you get this wonderful screen. That can be an issue. So I'm going to teach you how to fix it right now. We're going to sign in to your account. If you have to, sometimes it'll auto-log you in. But if it auto-logs you in, then the servers are fine usually. Usually it only goes to this screen if it's having issues. We're going to airplane mode here. And then that's going to pop up. So then you're going to force quit the app. You're going to go back into it. You're probably going to have to sign in again, but then it should be fixed. And this doesn't work every time, so again, don't bitch in the comments about how this doesn't work. It's not a guarantee, but it's one way you can try when you're out in public and something cool pops up and you got booted off or whatever. I've had that happen multiple times. I was at a park with a ton of people and everyone was having issues, but and there we go. We are back in the game. So that is how you do that. You force quit the app when you have an issue. There's a Cubone nearby. That's pretty sweet. Force quit the app when that shows up. When you're logging back in, airplane it. You should get that message again. If you do, that's good. Force close the app. Take out of airplane mode. Log back in like normal. And you should be back in the game like this. And again, that's not 100%, but give it a go. And this is actually perfect. This is the glitch I was going to go over next. Alright, so we're all familiar with this glitch. You catch a Pokemon, the spinning wheel in the upper left-hand corner is going, and the Pokemon won't get caught. And I'm sitting here like, shit, I want this Pokemon. So the trick to fixing this, and this has worked every time for me, every single time. Now, if it doesn't work for you, don't blame me. It works, I promise. It has for me anyway. Although if it doesn't work for you, I can't promise that. How the hell can I promise that? I promise you that it's worked for me every time. Now what I do is I just wait a second. Okay, so I have the Pokemon in the ball, and in the upper left-hand corner you can see this Poke spinning wheel thing. So we're going to wait for that to stop. And I know it just stopped, but I was talking. So we're going to wait for this to stop. It might not, but we should be okay still. Alright, so we're going to airplane, and then take out of airplane right away, and this thing's going to pop up, no internet connectivity. That's going to reconnect. That's going to start spinning. I'm waiting for it to stop before I do this because it needs to. Although it already stopped earlier, I wonder if I'd be okay. I should be okay. Ideally, wait till that stops spinning and disappears completely. This might not work this time, but follow the same process because it had already stopped and I was talking. I didn't take the opportunity. But when you get a Pokemon that's stuck in the ball, wait for that spinny loading thing in the upper left-hand corner to go away. It'll stop spinning. It'll disappear. And then from then on, you want to airplane mode, like I showed you. Oops, 6+. Oh, it's gone. Then you're going to force quit, and you're going to go back in. The reason I do it this way, I'll explain it once we go back in, is because you want to catch the Pokeball or Pokemon in the ball, and you do. But it needs to register that. So it spins, and it's loading, and it's figuring stuff out. And then when that's done, it's like, okay, you caught this Pokemon, but I can't move forward because it glitches out. So it's saved that you caught the Pokemon. Then what I do is I airplane mode it. That kind of disconnects it at that state, and it realizes, okay, like nothing else is going to load and override that because it's glitched out or whatever. So I airplane mode it just to stop the connection real quick, and then I force quit it. And that just kind of gives it more of a guarantee that nothing weird will go on. And it's probably unnecessary, but it's worked for me every time, and so why not keep doing it? And then we're going to load back up here in a second, and this should give me the force quit. It likes to do that, as you guys probably know. So when this comes back up, we should have an Ekans in our Pokemon library, which will be cool because I don't have a Pokemon or a Ekans yet. So that was a cool happy accident that I found a random Pokemon I didn't own. So now I'm at 71, I think. Come on, load, load, load. Ugh. Okay, we are back. Sorry that took forever. My app kept force closing, so that sucked. So let's check and see if we have the Ekans. And we do. See, there he is. So that is a great way of making sure you have your Pokemon after it glitches out. This can be a huge saver. I had this happen when I was catching, this is going to sound like not a big deal, but I was catching a Staryu, and I was super excited. I love Staryu, a cool Pokemon. And around where I live, I haven't found him at all. And I got him, and the same thing happened, and I was like, oh shit, followed that process, had him. Followed the process with Ekans, had him. Followed the process with Vileplume, I caught him naturally. It worked. I used that process on a Bulbasaur that I caught. And I used it on a Magikarp, used it on Dratini. It happens a lot for me anyway. So anyway, that was pretty sweet. And now I am up to 72 Pokemon. Alright, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed these tips and ways to avoid glitches and saving Pokemon that are glitched out, getting back into the server, all that good stuff. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up down below and hit that subscribe button. I do a lot of gaming stuff. I have a kick-ass Xbox One collection. You should check that out. I do a lot of random stuff as well, vlogging and all that good stuff. I also have a second channel called Benny Bottles, voice acting, comedy stuff, entertainment, all that good stuff. So, if you like what you saw in this video, if you like anything at all that I may have something to do with, you should hit me up with a subscribe, become a Gore today. Sorry, I had to add my little propaganda. Gore needs you! Okay, I'm going to go now. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for sticking around for these trainer tips, and I will talk to you all later. Stay melted, everybody.